Greetings guys, Cowman here, and welcome to episode number 107 of Minecraft Alpha to 1.17. So in this video you might have noticed that we're, not where we usually are when we start these videos. So yeah, in the last video we were on like a really big adventure, but because like we were so far away from my house, and like I just wanted shelter for like a night or two, I built like this little house in here. It's actually sort of designed to be like a replica, sort of what my house originally looked like, my current house, which will probably be at the end of the video. But yeah. So in this video, main plan is, as you may imagine, because we're traveling, we're going to continue traveling. So yeah, let's go then. And so quickly make sure I haven't left anything in these chests. Don't think I put anything here, but yeah, it's worth a check. I had a little bit of stuff, but I think we're gonna need the stuff. Could bring some of this dirt just in case I do need to pile up, but I don't think I'm gonna need much of that stuff. Let's go. What did it? Don't want to fall down there like I think I did in the last video. Right, so let's go then. So I think we should continue traveling in this direction because my house is in that sort of direction. My actual house and my town, that is. So yeah, let's get going then. Yeah, I think I might have said this in my last video, but my main objective here is to try and get some new stuff, as well as some stuff that I've never actually got, including clay. I'm not joking there, I haven't had any clay ever. I thought it's like a very versatile block that you find quite a lot of modern versions. I don't know why, but I just couldn't find any in my world before. I think we are heading towards a new part of my world though, because you can see some grass coming in there, so basically that means like this terrain is sort of like spawned in a recent update. Basically, in case you don't know how it works, basically when you can get new updates, basically if you explore like to the edge of the world you've explored, then new terrain will actually spawn in. So yeah, meaning you don't need to actually create a new world if you want new features like you had to do in the console editions if you played any of those in the past. So anyway, I'm not going to really... Actually, never mind. I was about to say that we don't need to worry about wood, but let's just get a bit anyway because, got a stone axe on here. It's on me right now. So let's just, take advantage of it. Also, a few flowers here, so let's get some of those, because why not? I think that, you can actually now use bone meal, or as of beta 1.7, or it might have been beta 1.6 even, I'm not sure exactly which one it was. Let me know in the comments if you do know what version it actually was. But yeah, I think what you can now do is you can sort of like use it on the ground, then like make like a load of grass, and, luckily enough, flowers spawn on the ground. So yeah, it was actually a very useful way of getting stuff like that. Anyway, so that's 2 red and 9 yellow. Not bad. And a 10th yellow here as well. I think this looks like it might be a good place to actually find some clay, because it's quite watery around here coming up. So yeah. Why don't I live here, by the way? Like, they think this terrain is so much nicer than the terrain I have to live with in my main house now. Yeah. Yeah, basically the reason for that is kind of because, that terrain was sort of like generated in like early alpha. But yeah, like here, like it's just quite a lot nicer and a bit more pretty, isn't it? So anyway, let's quickly check in some of these lakes here then. But I can't see any. I can see a little bit of sugarcane, but I don't really need that because I've got something called the Sugarcane Observatory. Now, in case you don't know what that is, if you are new to my channel, which, if you are, welcome to my channel. Hope you subscribe. Okay, maybe not entirely, but still. Basically, the Sugarcane Observatory is basically like a really big structure that I've built, which is basically both an observation deck as well as a sugarcane farm. So yeah, it's quite an efficient way of getting sugarcane, because like basically like it's one of those things where like you like have an enormous stack of sugarcane if you get that. I'm sure you might have done it in the past though. yeah, I probably will try and show you that at the end of the video because the view is also really good from there. So yeah, it's a good excuse to climb up there. So let's see if we can see any clay around here. But I can't quite see any. There might be some in the deeper water though, so that is probably worth a check here. So, I think quite love this terrain here. It's really awesome actually. Way more awesome than it is today. Basically in like beta 1.8 there was a big terrain rewrite, which was supposed to make the world look a bit more realistic, but to some players, including myself, well not entirely, because I'm a happy player right now, now basically it's sort of like, you know, sort of ruin like the terrain, if you get that. Yeah, like basically now like the terrain, like it's really realistic and like you don't really get like as many like of those like huge mountains, and like sort of now the grass is like much more like washed out and in a bit of a dull shade of green. So yeah, quite interesting. I don't know if you agree actually, especially if you're an OG, because I've only been playing the game since 2016, and so you know I've kind of always been used to mostly in new terrain. Well, at least before I started this series. Yeah, I really would like to know your opinions. I would do a poll if I could, but thanks YouTube, because you know they got removed a while ago. So yeah, that's almost 4 stacks. So yeah, that should be enough for I think almost one full stack of bricks, roughly. Not quite, but you know. A couple more pumpkins here. I'm not going to pass up on some of these. Just because I don't think you can actually grow these things yet. I don't think that feature was added until beta 1.8, and this is beta 1.7. Almost missed it there. There we go. Right, quickly have a check around just to make sure we haven't missed anything new. But I don't really think so. I think the only thing that beta 1.7 really did, other than being the last update with traditional features, was kind of like just add pistons, which you can make anyway, so it doesn't really matter. So I'm pretty sure now we've got everything we're going to need, other than a little bit more clay. The problem though is I'm kind of a bit short on inventory space. So what we're not going to need, so probably not going to need to stick with that gunpowder. So yeah, let's just let go of that. We get a bit more of this then. By the way, is this clay down here? Yes it is. I'm trying to not confuse it with sand, which in all honesty, let me know in the comments if you've actually ever done that. I got clay confused with sand, like when you were in the water. Or when you were a noob. But yeah, like, I think I might need to actually quickly go back, try and find that little outhouse that we built, so I can store a bit in there. Or even better, let's actually make a very small hut here then. Yeah, I know I'm making like loads of makeshift huts, but I don't care. They're quite useful anyway. It's not going to need to be too big. I think it's just going to need to be maybe 3 by 3. So anyway, I'm not even going to bother with any flooring in here. And also I'm not going to bother with any windows. Well, I think what we will need to do though is we will need a little bit of sand just so I can actually build some windows in that other little house that we built in the last video. Because in all honesty, I think that one I might be coming back to a little bit more than this one. Right. So, nearly done almost. I know, I'm not even going to bother filling it all in just because it's only very minimal this house needs to be. Yeah, but anyway, so let's quickly make a chest. Actually, let's make 2. So 2 double chests probably though. So quickly just make that. Excuse me. Boom and boom, perfect. I think we might need a bed in here potentially because it is starting to get quite dark. Ooh, but I can't see any sheep around here. So yeah, I might have to just stay up all night. Anyway, so let's quickly just put a bit of this stuff away then. I think eventually I might demolish this shack off this video, or like when I eventually got everything out of it, but for now I think it's just going to be sort of like the little clay shed. Anyway, so there's one bit I missed here perhaps. Ooh, aha, there it is. So also we will need a door on here just before, you know, creeper comes in and blows up, because that's flipping irritating. And what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to cut this video until it gets light again, just because, you know, I don't really want to sit just it down here with you watching for like the whole night. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, so welcome back. So it's now morning. So yeah, what we need to do now, we need to get the rest of this clay, and then what we're going to start doing is start getting back probably to my house. Although we might actually, you know, store a couple of things, you know, at that other house. So yeah, let's quickly get the rest of this stuff then. Quite a lot of stuff, so we will need to do it in multiple loads, but I won't do it all in one video, don't worry, or all on camera, because, you know, that'll be a bit boring for you. And yeah, as much as my videos can bore you sometimes, I don't want to intentionally bore you like that. Anyway, so quite a lot left though. So yeah, sorry about you, I can have to watch this bit though. There we are, I need another shovel. Should we make an iron shovel? Yeah, let's do that anyway. Why not? It's a bit unnecessary using a stone one here. Often the reason why I use stone tools is, I have said this in some videos before, but like if I'm just getting rid of like a large area, just so I'm not draining my iron supply, I do tend to use stone tools for stuff like that. But yeah, I think really iron tools are much better. Yeah, it's just kind of because I've got like a huge stacks of stone, but you know, only 1 or 2 stacks of iron. Still quite a lot left there here. Not sure exactly how many stacks we're going to end up with. I think there's a bit of stone there. So yeah, probably only got like, I think this layer left, probably maybe a couple of layers in the water. Yeah, quite a bit of sandstone here, you can see. Also, I don't know, but I think I might have just said sandstone. If I did, sorry, I meant sandstone, not standstone. Yeah, let me know if you've actually made any of those mistakes before. Yeah, I'm sure I probably have it at some point. Maybe even in this series. Just never noticed. I think nearly got all of it now. Still a little bit more here, but I think quite a lot of this is starting to turn into sandstone. Let's just put some of the stuff in here then. Yeah, I think we're very nearly done now. So just a few more here. I think that's it pretty much then. We're not going to bother collecting everything in water just because that's a bit of a nightmare. Because yeah, it's enough of a nightmare collecting like this, but because you move really slowly in the water, because this is a very long time before we update aquatic, yeah, so it is just simply slow and laborious. Anyway, so I think that's think that's pretty much all of it now, so I think we can actually start making a move back to the house then. So, yeah. How many stacks is that? Definitely going to need a snowball, so just get rid of that just so we can carry another stack. So we've got 5 stacks left. Anything else we can get rid of? I don't think we're going to need this fence. Probably I'm going to need those pumpkins and that sand, so about another stack. Anything else we're not going to need? I'd like to say we don't really need this wood, but I probably will need it at some point on the way back. Because, it's really annoying when you do run out of wood and there's no trees nearby. Actually, I know what we can get rid of. This sword, it's almost destroyed. So, let's get another stack here then. Anything else? Definitely going to need this iron pickaxe because this is pretty much entirely destroyed and you can't combine tools yet. Anything else? Yes, another iron pickaxe we can get rid of here. So almost actually got everything in from here that we could potentially get. Just need to sacrifice one more thing though. Anything else that's pretty much destroyed? Yeah, I think this stone shovel can go. And anyway, I think that's actually everything we're going to need. So I might leave this here as a monument anyway, so yeah, I don't really want to burn it down right now, so yeah. Bye, Clay Shacket, or whatever I called you. So yeah, let's finally start getting back home then. Yeah, maybe let's try and go a bit more in a different direction actually, just so we can experience a bit more beautiful terrain before we move back into Alpha terrain. I think maybe what I should do is perhaps I should actually go through some of my world and add some of this grass in. But yeah, I think actually we are starting to already get into Alpha terrain, or at least maybe like early beta terrain. Because it actually is getting a little bit less vibrant. And generally like quite a lot of like later beta terrain. And by that I kind of do mean before beta 1.8. Yeah, I think it was a bit more like vibrant, and I think some of this might potentially have been done just before beta 1.5 actually, which was the previous terrain rewrite. Now, which one of these is mounted? Did we build that other house on, by the way? Aha, I think it's that one up there. Yeah, I can see it. I'm not going to stop there right now. So yeah, we can take a nice stroll back. Mostly. Anything decent in this cave, or is it anything? No, of course not. Yeah, it's one of those rubbish caves. Actually, I think this might potentially be a good cave, potentially. So I think what I might do quickly here, though, is actually quickly build a dirt column, just sort of like a marker that we need to explore this at some point. Just because, I think I did see some deep tunnels, and there might be one deep tunnel or two. That goes maybe down to the bottom of the world, so it might be worth exploring in some video. Anything in that cave? No, I think it's... Oh, actually, there might be something in there. Well, obviously, I'm not going to explore it again. But let's quickly build a dirt column, just as a marker. And yeah. I think basically we are now getting into Alpha terrain. I think some of this stuff, although it doesn't look like Alpha terrain because it was snowy, I think kind of here like climate change in a positive direction, obviously. It's actually resulted in this grassy biome turned into a snowy biome. So, okay, get past this flipping in cut off thing. I'm not sure exactly what this thing is called actually. Like maybe I'll just call it a cliff or something. But like even then, like a cliff is normally like naturally generated rather than just something like this. Yeah, not sure exactly what to call it. It's like maybe like you know, like a Farland light thing or something. I'm not sure. Let me know what you would call it in the comments below, or let me know if you do know what it's actually supposed to be called. But yeah, like this train actually is really weird, isn't it? Because, you know, like it's got like a lot of like cuts. Might be a sort of interesting area for maybe like a business site, perhaps, or like any like dense site. Because basically, like we'd have like a load of bridges, and, like loads of like things on the walls. Yeah, that might be a cool idea for some video actually. Yeah, or like some building project. So yeah, maybe I need to start thinking about that. Let me know if you agree with me. Anyway, nearly home now. I think it's probably roughly over here. Although, except this is still fairly recent terrain, because basically the way you can tell if it's an alpha tree, in a very simple way, is basically if like the leaves are not made out of like one type of leaf, if like this is here, then basically like that was basically one that was grown before, or alpha, and therefore like converted upon like conversion from like beta 1.1, which was kind of like the last one with like the alpha sort of terrain, and like late alpha that is into the beta terrain. Early base, that is. Also, I do hope we're going in the right direction, just because still quite a lot of modern terrain here. Although actually, I think I completely recognise this terrain. I think we might have been supposed to go a bit more like this sort of direction, if you get that idea. But yeah, actually, I think I can see those trees, and I think those ones I did grow. And bullseye, this is an old tree, and obviously you can see here, because I think this is like oak leaves, this is birch leaves, and that's spruce leaves. So yeah, like it's like sort of buggy thing, and like sort of like it went a bit odd. Not sure exactly how to describe it. But yeah, like it's an easy way of telling that it's an old tree. And bullseye, we are nearly home because I can see my castle. Like the testing castle, or like the testing arena, or like the castle arena, or whatever it's supposed to be called. You put up a sign there, don't I? Anyway, should be able to see my tower in a minute, and there it is. The west tower, that is, not the east tower. Yeah, and you can see my whole town there, including the Sugarcane Observatory, which I mentioned earlier. Like that sort of observatory. Get that? You see? Yeah, you might not be able to see exactly, but you'll see in a second. Also, it's starting to get quite dark, so yeah, I probably will need to get in quite quickly. But yeah, like this is what the castle looks like, by the way. Don't really want to turn this into like a big tour though, so yeah, that idea can be postponed for another video, way in the future as well. And yeah, here's my house here. This building, this wooden building. And there we go. Adventure over. So also, by the way, how should I put this stuff actually? Just because I don't have an exact chest for it. Like I didn't like assign a chest. I don't think there's anything in this one, so this is probably the perfect chest for clay and bricks to be kept in. So yeah, that just about does it for this video, guys. So I really hope that you all enjoyed it. Please comment, like, and subscribe if you did enjoy it. And I will see you very soon in episode 108. Bye, guys.